Alright, hey, Dana here, and welcome to Searching For. Well, I ran down, got the trailer weighed, and then I grabbed went on the website last night and got as much of the paperwork as I could, registration and MB-82. Got it filled out the best I could. It said you want to bring, because the trailer is going to be registered as a homemade. They want receipts of how much it cost you to build it and all that stuff. But I went in there, I brought it all as much as I could with me, and she didn't need it. So all in all, it cost me $22, and now I have a registered boat trailer, considered homemade. Now what I need to do is I got turn signal, but I got no running lights when I go to put running on. So I gotta find out what's wrong with that. I don't know whether it's a ground, or I don't think it's separate with fuses or anything, but we'll find out. I don't think my bulbs will burn out. That would be bad already. But anyway, I'd like to get this in the water tomorrow. I don't know if I can. Tomorrow is food shopping day. So, but anyway, I'll at least be able to get the boat on the trailer today. This is still Searching For. I went to get this, got it registered. That was no problem. And I said, well, I'm going to go get it inspected. Well, before I drove in there to have it inspected, I went to check my lights. Well, the other day, when I got it out of the garage, plugged it in, I had all my lights running. The only problem, I had the running lights, I had my turn signals, brake lights, everything. The only odd thing about it is, if I had my running lights on, nothing else functioned. I didn't have any turn signals, and I didn't have any brake lights. All I had was running lights. Well, without the running lights on, I had brakes and turn signals. Well, when I got ready to check it, I didn't have any running lights. I had brake lights and turn signals, but I had no running lights. Well, going through all my troubleshooting procedures that I have, I found that I needed to find the fuse. Well, the fuse for your lights for your trailer is this one right here. That top one right off to the left. There's 3 of them. There's a 15 amp, and she's picking these off just nicely every time I put one in. So I got watching a video. I'll share the video link with you. It's in Searching For, and it shows how to troubleshoot your wiring system for your trailer. Well, he didn't mention anything about blowing fuses. So what you want to make sure is you got good continuity and grounding throughout your frame. This is a tilt, so I thought maybe I had a problem right here, because you know, when you disconnect it from here and it flips up, you don't have any ground. So what I did is I went ahead and jumpered it across, so I made sure I had good ground. Well, I tried it again, and sure enough, boom, it blew my fuse. So what I'm doing right now is I'm going to check it again, make sure you got fuses. I pulled all the bulbs out. So now what I'm going to try and do and see if I put a new fuse in there, if it blows again. This is my grounding, and then I got my grounding down there, but I did check it with a multimeter, and I did have continuity without that jumper. So let's see what we got here in a second. I'm going to go ahead and put a new fuse in there, and then we'll double check, make sure I got power here. What I need to do, put my ground, because this is that's your ground, and this brown wire here is my power to my running, to the running lights. And we'll check that in a sec, see if I got power coming straight off the vehicle to there. Because every time I put in a fuse and blow it, you lose the power there. I do still have turn. I do have turn and brake, but I do not have running, and I'm still not sure why. Alright, I've just put a new fuse in. Turn the running lights on. Let's see if I got... Okay, you can see running lights are on. See if I got power down here now. Yep, I got a green light. So I've got no problem, I've got no issues from the vehicle. That's what it's telling me. Okay, so here we go. Let's see if we blow another fuse. Okay. I just plugged that in. I'm going to disconnect it. Let's see if I blew a fuse. I'm going to go all the way up there and check it. Yep, I've already blown a fuse. Huh. I've already blown a fuse. Even though I pulled all the lights off of here. According to everything I've read, you're supposed to have ground all through the trailer. So your lights will function. Just grounded myself out. So at least I know it's not a problem with the vehicle. Okay, now I've got the new fuse in there. Turn the light on. Got my runnings again. Now we'll check here, make sure I got power. And yes, I have a green light. Alright. So, then I disconnect this ground off the trailer. I'll be able to plug this back in. Got me blowing me away when it comes to what's causing that. I thought it might be a ground out bulb. That's why I pulled all the bulbs out. The bulbs, I should just pull the assembly. Pull the assemblies and see if that works. I don't know why it's grounding out. All right. I'm gonna put all the bulbs back in, and then go from there. All right, we're back. I put all the lights and everything back on the trailer. I discovered my problem. When I wired, I had to rewire that plug. And when I did, what happened is I didn't realize that I made my white wire, which is the ground, actually a power wire. And I just discovered that because when I plugged these back in, I had this ground disconnected, and when I went up to touch it, it arced. It shouldn't arc. So, come to find out, I wired it wrong. So, we're going to correct that problem right now. Because on this vehicle, the black wire is actually a ground. Yeah. Do something real quick. Put that back up real quick. If that's correct, the minute I touch the side here, I shouldn't get anything. Because it is a ground. Yep. me touching this, I shouldn't get anything because it's not a power wire. The minute I touch that, it goes bright red. That means I got power on that white wire. I should not have power on that white wire. So we cut those, swap those around, and that will solve my problem. Okay. Right here. And right here. My strippers. Okay. Now it's white to brown. Brown to white. Okay. That was mine. These are take some of it off. Okay. Now in this case we want brown. Ow, it's hot. I want brown with. Alright. I want white with brown. It's still hot. I don't know. This should solve my whole problem. Even with the other, even with the car dolly. Oh man, why does it do that? Okay. They'll melt up soon. Okay. All right. Like so. Okay. 3 frickin' hours, tore all the frickin' lights off of it, pulled each light bulb off of it.
Wow.
Come to find out, I had my harness wired wrong. Fuses, it took me forever to find the fuse because we're talking 03 vice and 0 or 06. Right there now.
What'd you do, run it over?
Run what over?
The chair.
Probably. Once or twice, maybe.
It's not straight anymore.
Okay. So we're going to disconnect this real quick.
So you had it wired up wrong?
I think so.
Huh.
Think so, though. Yeah. We're gonna find out. Right here. Okay. So power on. Oh, because every time I turn the light, turn the switch on, it kept blowing the fuse. It is. And you have to ground it. Didn't even have to ground it. Yep, there they are. All right.